Okay, welcome back to the Laker Hockey Show. We're in the noon hour on a Tuesday afternoon. We're in studio in the Shoaldice Library. Damon Witten, Matt Pocket here. I think we're going to get Dawson Tritt in here with us later in the show, which means maybe 10 minutes from now. But let's continue talking a little bit about this Ferris State series coming up this weekend. They're hot right now. They've won 4 out of 6, although they may have cooled off because they were off last weekend. That doesn't help your game much to take a weekend off right when you're playing well. But Bobby Daniels, 30 years behind that bench. Drew Famulak, 30 years assistant. He's now the associate head coach at Ferris State. Mark Kaufman's been there 17 years. Dave Sensor's been there 18 years. You want experience in your coaching? Ferris State's got it.
Yeah, and the continuity of that staff is really remarkable.
You think they think a lot alike?
Yeah, right, or know each other and the workflows and things like that. So
what is it, a century of combined experience almost?
Right,
That's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously, as announcement a few weeks back of retiring after the season there. So this is his last couple weeks of hockey and, behind the Ferris bench. And he's been a legend. One of the things that's amazing, too, is his coaching tree is unbelievable. He's got, like from Jeff Blashill and Derek Lalonde to everybody across college hockey, junior hockey. For whatever reason, there's been a lot of former Bulldogs that have gotten into coaching. And so Coach Daniels has a huge tree out there. But, he's represented our game and our league so well for so many years, and really enjoy relationship with Coach Daniels and going down there and kind of matching wits with him and his staff. But unbelievable career there at Ferris State.
Well, he's a great guy, and he's funny. I mean, he's one of the funniest people you'll ever meet, and an entertainer, really, and a great coach. I mean, he understands players. He gets the most out of them. He doesn't get the greatest lineups down there at Ferris State. It's a tough place in which to recruit. We just talked about the rink. That's a major problem for them. But, hey, they're playing really well right now. They're going to be awfully tough this weekend, and it's always tough.
Bill, I got to believe, too, like the players are aware of that, right? They know the announcement. So there's got to be some.
They're playing hard.
Yeah, exactly. Like to send him out the right way and, honor what he's put to that university for 30 years. Like that, it's amazing. It's hard to do. And this field and in this profession, and he's done it with such class and success some of those years in the Frozen Four. So his players are playing for him right now.
It'll be interesting to see what they do at Ferris State too. Are they going to elevate Drew? Is Drew going to retire too? He's been around a long time. Drew Famulak played here at Lake Superior. He was in the press box when we won the 1988 national championship. He wasn't in the lineup all that much. He was a right winger. Didn't play that much. He was kind of like a student coach at that time, and he'd be upstairs a lot, and then he became a coach. And he went to Wisconsin Superior, won 2 national championships there. That guy's got 3 national championships in his 4 years of college.
So
not bad.
Impressive. Well, it's you bring that up, that 88 team, and I don't know if you had them both on the air, but Craig Houston and Terry Hosick were in town this weekend, and we got to spend some time with them at a dinner Thursday night, and then Friday morning they came through the facilities, and then Saturday they did the starting lineup for our team as well. So it's always fun to get the alumni back. So it's interesting. I didn't realize Drew was with those guys, and a part of that team would have been a couple of years younger, I suppose. But, it was nice to have Terry back and Craig back and spend some time with them.
Yeah, they're good guys. Haas was on Friday night. Huey came upstairs and said hi and kind of hung around between periods, kept trying to talk to me while we were on the air, which is always difficult. But
you're sitting there just like, and the puck goes into the, hold on, just a second.
They're great guys, though, those two. I mean, they were good leadership guys. They weren't, there's a good example. They were not tremendous players. Haas was pretty competent as a defenseman. Huey was a 4th-line center, and they were co-captains of that team. But it was mainly what they did off the ice, and it's how they led the guys and how they built the program. And they were like Frank kind of guys. I mean, they were in a weight room. They could do everything that he wanted to do. And, I mean, Frank built that team. So, Frank Anselmo was a great coach. He would deserve probably way more credit than he gets sometimes, although he was his own worst enemy too. So, but those guys were great. It was great to see them.
Culture guys, right?
Yes, and I think it was great when Mark Vermette went in the Hall of Fame last year too. That was a long time coming. 45 goals in one season. Come on.
Yeah. No, it's really enjoyable. And Bill, you've been through the facilities, how much we've done to update the facilities and pay homage to a little, to the history of it as well. And I know we've got some other projects going on in the next month or two that will continue to shine a light on our national championships. But yeah, it's remarkable to have those guys come through. And again, Craig's flight got delayed Thursday, so he had to fly back to Toronto because they couldn't land because of the weather. But we enjoyed a dinner with Terry Hosick and hearing the stories of Frank and the team and where they lived and what they did. So it's always really enjoyable and helps us be better coaches to recruit here to Lake State and understand that heritage and that history that we have here.